Today, we're playing poker in the Mormon capital of the world, Utah. We've got some action-packed poker in store for you guys with some more crazy low stakes and nail-biting all-ins. But first, we meet up with my favorite degenerates, the Blanco boys.
All right, guys, we are in some suburb outside of Salt Lake City. They're gonna show me around Salt Lake City, Provo, Utah. We're gonna go to the game tomorrow. Tonight we have some poker games with some Mormon kids. Honestly, I don't really know what to expect. They're saying it's like a 1-2 $200 game. I have a 1-3 $300 game, and then tonight there should also be a 2-5 10 game where apparently they have 2 to 4K stacks. So a lot of cool stuff.
After linking up with the Blanco boys, we head over to the first game of the night, the Stormin Mormons 2-5. Shout out to Luke and Cole for hitting me up on Instagram. I'm in for $500 and we look down at pocket sixes straight out of the gate.
Cinco de Mayo.
The $10 straddles on and I make it $55 to go, and Andrew puts in the call. When the flop comes king, king, 10, I start with a check and Andrew checks behind. The turn comes the 9 of spades. I check it over to him once again, and now he fires out for $80. I just don't believe the story, so I decide to jam all in on him, and he calls it off with ace-7 offsuit, a 27% chance to hit the river, goes down to 0 when it comes the 4 of hearts. I turn over the sixes, which surprises the table. Somehow we're good. $512 coming my way.
These highs is no good.
I like this guy. Hey, these Mormons are cool with me, brother. We then, of course, give Andrew the opportunity to win all of his money back and do a $437 flip. And yeah, the kid ends up making quads. It's a 10-card sweat. He makes quads. I'm out for 0. On to the next game. The next game is Spencer's 1-3 $300 buy-in game. Shout out to Christian for hitting me up on Instagram. And yeah, this one was fun. We go in through his garage, down into the basement where they're all waiting for us. We were a little bit late because of that flip with Andrew, but we're coming in hot, ready to gamble, make up for lost time. So much so that my $300 buy-in is now $152 after splashing it in there and not hitting any flops. But I have queen 10 of clubs here in this one. Christian makes it $12 to go. There's a call across the table, and I'm looking down from the big blind, and I'm gonna make it Cinco de Mayo here. Not sure if they celebrate that out here in Utah, but we're making it $55. Christian looks at me and smiles and rips it in for $143 because that's just what he has, and somehow I have him covered. I'm gonna have $12 behind when I put in the call. Let's go off to a run out here. He lets us know that he has pocket kings, so kind of in rough shape here, but we're gonna see 5 cards, and you know what? I have an 18% chance. Let's run it once.
Yeah.
You could take insurance.
I'll let you know if it's a sweat. Do you have kings?
I do have kings.
Yeah, okay. I got queen 9.
Wow.
Okay, I got a pair and a flush draw. Okay, we got a lot of stuff here.
Flush draw.
I have no flush draw anymore. I just have a pair.
We just need a little brick ski.
Oh, man.
Queen 10.
Do not slow roll right now. Do not slow roll.
Wait.
Do not slow roll. Give it to him. Bang!
You saw it there, folks. 2026 is the year of the slow roll, and we let Christian push us the pot. Pushes us the pot. Shout out to him, brother. $300, and now we're back to even on the session. We decided to play the squid game here in Provo at Spencer's game, and I'm gonna jam all in blind in order to win this game. $187 over a few limps and a raise to 65, but I don't tell anybody that I'm blind. This is just for our purposes only. Lawson puts in the call and we're off to a run out. I have no idea what I have, but he turns over ace-9 offsuit.
Did you fold?
I don't know what I'm rooting for. Queen Jack 9. Oh, that. Okay, you got a pair of 9s. Okay, keep going. Let's just see what's going on here. No heart.
Wow.
Okay, so
You might have a hard roll.
I might have. That's right. Okay.
The board runs out, giving him a flush, and now I'm looking for a better heart, but there's not many of them left in the deck. Only the ace of hearts and 10 of hearts will have him beat. I get a sweat with the 6 of hearts, but then the queen of clubs is gonna seal our fate here. $384 going his way. I end up owing out another $60 for the squid game. We pay our debts and take some pictures with the guys, and then I check my DMs and get get another message for a fun underground game over in the Salt Lake area, so of course I have to check it out. I end up not filming any of the session, but it was a fun time. I met some cool people that weren't in college, and yeah, we hit the hay, wake up the next morning, ready to play in another scheduled game. We're playing at the Pitt. It's a 1-2 game, and if you win 3 hands in a row, you get $10 per person. We had to go through the backyard to get to this one, but when we get inside, it's literally like a Steelers shrine mixed with a poker room. It's awesome. They got TVs, they got drinks and snacks, and the guys are all ready to play. Let's get right into the action. We get into it right away with the best hand in the game, pocket aces, and I decide to play it tricky right out of the gate and limp in for $2.
You're not limping, you're not pimping.
Sure enough, we get a customer to raise it up to $18. I'm hoping that's going to create some more action, some limps, some 3-bets, but it doesn't. So instead, I just decide to jam it all in for $2.93, and of course, he finds the fold. We then have Jack 10 of clubs, and there's a straddle to $12. I make it $55 to go Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.
Hey! And Jeff decides to jam it all in for $262. I didn't come all the way out here to the land of the Mormons, just a full Jack 10 suited, 2/5 of a royal flush, I might say. And Jeff ends up having Queen Jack of diamonds. The flop comes King Jack 9, no help for us, but the turn gives me the straight, and the river is a brick, coming the 4 of spades. He's laughing, knowing I just sucked out on him in this $527 pot. I now have Queen 9 of spades and raise it up to $15. We get 3-bet to $45, and Jeff calls again. We're going 3 ways to a flop, which comes 8-5-3, and the action checks through. The turn comes at 10 of diamonds, and I decide not to stab once again, but the river gives me a pair, and it gives me some hope. So when Jeff leads out for $30, I think about it for a little while and then decide to put in the call, and that's going to be good against his 9-6 of hearts. I'm taking down $200. Back-to-back pots versus Jeff, and now we pick up the bullets once again. Pocket aces. I swear I didn't bring my own dealer to this game. I make it $15 to go. Remember that first hand here versus Lucas at the Pitt? I limped in for $2, he raised it, and then I shoved on him and he folded. Well, a little bit more of the same. This time he 3-bets me to $45 and the action comes back around to me. It's time to see if that first hand induced any light action here from Lucas when I 4-bet him to $135. At this point in the game, I've shown some speculative hands, so we're seeing if Lucas can put in some more money. He does not. He folds his cards. We're taking down another pot versus Lucas. He doesn't look too thrilled about it, but I am, because I pick up pocket kings in the very next hand of note. There's a few limps over to me. I make it $15, and Lucas is trying to win some of his money back and puts in the call. Both other limpers put in the call as well, and the flop comes Jack 7-3 with 2 clubs. Having the king of clubs in my hand, I decide to fire out small here for $30, and we're gonna get a caller across the table. The turn pairs the board, coming another jack, but it's a club, so now I have a flush draw to go along with my overpair, which now is turned into 2 pair. I decide to check it behind, and the river comes another board pairing card, the 3 of hearts. What will my opponent do here? Is he gonna go for a bet? Is he gonna check? He decides to check it over to me, and I fire out for $25, just trying to get called super light here versus an ace-high type of hand, but he folds his cards. We're taking in that last hand here at the Pitt. We end up booking a nice little profit of just under $600 in a few hours here at the Pitt. Shout out to Micah for inviting us out. What a great spot this was. I'll definitely come back if I'm ever in the area, but now it's time to head over to the game. When we get inside, Clay, Peyton, and I head over to the student section, which is always the most lit. They're actually pretty crazy here in Provo. It's called the Holy War Game, and it's one of the biggest rivalries in all of college football, BYU versus Utah. This year was extra hyped because BYU was ranked 15th and Utah 23rd in the country. They ended up winning 24-21 in a close nail-biter in the 4th quarter, and of course we stormed the field. I ended up making a bet in the student section that if BYU won this game, I'd let a kid wear my chain. He ends up finding me at a gas station later on after the game, and of course I make good on my bet.
If BYU won, he gets to wear the chain for it.
Icing him out.
It's never been an ice.
Icing him out.
Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
One of the guys from the Stormin Mormon game we played earlier on the day before invited us to an airplane hangar where a lot of the students were partying post-game. It was kind of fun. There's obviously no alcohol, but it was definitely an interesting vibe, and one that was completely different than the following weekend when I meet up with my buddy Andrew and Gage. We're heading to LSU for the matchup against Texas A&M. After checking into the Airbnb, we meet up with Hayes Fuqua, an offensive lineman on the LSU Tigers, who's a true DJ and he plays poker and he wants to give us a tour of the facilities. Fun fact, has an offensive lineman ever won the Heisman?
Never.
Well, not yet, right? Yeah.
They in high school, put you high, right there. I'll show up to them. Gage loves this. Where the freshmen at?
We're bringing Hayes to a poker game after this tour, but it was absolutely epic to get a behind-the-scenes look at what it's like to be a top-tier D1 football player in the SEC. And of course, when we hit the weight room and see a basketball hoop just sitting there, we got to show Andrew that we can ball.
I'm getting scared.
With the tour of the facilities now over, it's time to bring Hayes to something cool. I found a 1-3 game with a 1K cap. We head over there. It's called the Crescent City game, and the guys are all ready to gamble. I'm in for $500 to start, and the $10 and $20 straddles are out there, and I make it $55 to go. A bunch of players are going to put in the call, but not before there's a 3-bet to $260. And this is why I bought in short. I wanted to get my stack in the middle. With 9-8 of spades, I make it $455 to go. Daniel ends up having king-queen offsuit. We're gonna need to hit, and we do. Right on the flop, I make middle pair. The turn comes a queen of hearts, giving him a better top pair now, but the river comes the jack of diamonds, and look at that. We river the queen high straight for an $1,100 pot, and Daniel wants to puke. Of course, the kid's getting a bang sticker, and now I have ammunition to play with. Pocket Kings is going to be pretty great. There's a straddle to $10 and a limp to my right, and I'm going to make it $125 to go. I should say that my raise to 125 was calculated because my buddy Gage splashed the pot for $50. Aiden now raises it up to $350, and I put in the call. There's $774 in the middle, and the flop comes all low cards. So when I check it over to him and he goes for a $200 c-bet, I decide to put in the call. The turn comes a 4 of clubs, and the action goes check, check. The river brings in the deuce of clubs, so now I guess ace-5 of spades, ace-5 of hearts now has a straight. Should I be worried about that, or should I put some more money in the middle? I decide to check it over to him once again, looking to snap off a bet, but he checks behind with ace-king offsuit. We're taking down a nice $1,200 pot. And just a reminder, I'm only in for $500. I put the $10 straddle out there, Gage straddles to $20, and now there's a raise to $60. One player puts in the call, and ace-5 suited would have won the last hand, so I decide to 3-bet now to $350. Daniel can't wait to get his chips in the middle. He shoves for $589. We lose the player in the middle, and I put in the call. Turns out we are screwed. He has ace-king offsuit. He has a 69% chance to win. Go figure, in Baton Rouge, and we flop ourselves double backdoors when it comes queen jack 3 with the queen of clubs. I want a spade, I want a deuce, I want a 4. What I don't want is the 7 of hearts, and what I don't want on the river is a card that's not a 5. It comes the 8 of clubs, $1,259 going his way. And yeah, I got him in the first one. He gets me in the second one. This one a little bit bigger. We'll just call it even. I end up cashing out for $845, so a nice little profit of $345 on the session. And now it's time to head over to the game. Of course, we're up in the student section once again, but then Jaden gets us onto the field through some connections, and we end up standing right next to Shaquille O'Neal who's there to congratulate the LSU baseball team for winning the national championship the year before. So even though LSU got throttled 49-25, still an epic experience. Appreciate you guys watching this video. If you're a college student and you want me to come out to your home game, the link is down below. Make sure you sign up your friends on Club WPT Gold using code Wolfgang, and who knows, I might just be coming out and giving you guys an awesome experience. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you in the final episode of this series, the National Championship. It's coming right up.